Hey, what's up, you guys? Today we're going to be solving equations with variables on each side. So if you're watching this video, you're obviously connected to math in some type of way. Math we use every day. Math is a part of life. If you don't believe that, yes you do, because you're here watching this video at this moment right now. So let's go ahead and get into the problem. Today we're just going to solve a simple equation. The first equation will be, let me get my pen together. It's going to be 6r plus 7 equals 13 plus 7r. And you guys won't believe how many times I had to remake this video. But anyways, let's go ahead and get started. In order to solve for variables or solve equations, we're definitely going to have to work with the reverse order of operations and inverse operations. So with the reverse order of operations, instead of doing multiplication and division first, we're going to work with addition or subtraction. So my first move is I'm going to do the inverse of addition, which is subtracting 7 on both sides, which will give me 0. Plus positive 7 and negative 7 gives me 0 pair, which was 0, and I'm left with 6r equals 13 minus 7 is 6 plus 7r. I'm not quite done yet because 7r is definitely still here. And I'm trying to isolate that. So the easiest move for me to make is to subtract 7r on both sides. I definitely did not want to subtract 6r on both sides because it's going to give me 0. I'm going to end up having to just do some manipulating anyway to get the variable by itself. So moving along, this is going to cancel out, which is going to leave me with 6. And we know that negative 7r plus 6r is going to give us a negative r. Notice I did not have to write 1 because it's already understood to be a 1 here. And now we have negative r equals 6. We're not done yet because we need a positive r. So in order for me to get a positive r, I'm going to divide by negative 1 on each side of the equal, on both sides of the equal sign. Remember, whatever you do to one side, you have to do to the other. So if you're going to divide negative 1 on the left side, you need to divide negative 1 on the right as well. Negative divided by negative 1 divided by negative 1 is going to give me a positive r, and 6 divided by negative 1 is going to give me a negative 6. So that's our final answer. Also keep in mind, you can go back and check whether or not negative 6 is correct by going to plug in negative 6 wherever you see an r. So let's try to go down to a more complicated problem. We're going to have 4n minus 40 equals 7, open parentheses, negative 2n plus 2. We see something so familiar here, and my students, I have to always drill them. This is distributive property. Whatever you see on the outside of the parentheses, multiply it by what's on the inside. So let's go ahead and get started here. So we know we're going to multiply 7 times negative 2n, and 7 multiplied by 2. So that's going to leave us with 4n minus 40 equals negative 14n plus 14. So it's simplified enough for us to go ahead and solve for n. So now I'm going to make my first move. Like I said, it does not matter what you move first. So I think in the first problem, I work with my constants first. So in this problem, I'm going to work with my variable terms by subtracting 4n on both sides. This cancels out to give me 0, which leaves me with negative 40 equals negative 14n minus 4n is going to give me negative 18n plus 14. Once again, the best move for me to make is to subtract 14 on both sides because that's going to make it easier for me to get n isolated. Although it still has a negative 18 as a coefficient, we're still on the right path. So now we have negative 40 minus 14. Keep in mind our rules, same signs, we add and keep the sign. So we're going to get negative 54. So now we have negative 54 equals negative 18n. Our end goal is to isolate n and find that constant that n is actually equal to. So in order to do that, we're going to divide by negative 18. Notice when I said something about an inverse operation. Well, this here is a product of 18 times, negative 18 times n, and in order to undo multiplication, we definitely have to divide. We're going to just divide by this coefficient, not n, because we're trying to get n isolated. So negative 18 divided by negative 18 is going to give us a 1, which is going to give us 1n. Once again, notice I did not put a 1 here because it's already understood to be there. Whatever I do on one side of the equal sign, I must do on the other side. So I'm going to divide by negative 18 here, which negative 54 divided by negative 18 is going to give me a positive 3. So now we have 3 equals n, which is the same thing as n equals 3, no matter how you write it. And this is your final answer. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, please shoot me an email or write in the comments below. Thank you, and you have a great day.